Welcome in, everybody. I hope that y'all are having a good day. Uh, Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. Wherever y'all are at, I hope that you're having a good one. And I have got a headache from hell and I'm sick to my stomach. I don't know what is going on. I honestly think it is just stress. Stress, stress, and stress. If it has not been one thing lately, it has been 10 million. I'm doing, Susan, I'm doing. So as I was telling y'all on TikTok about Steve Gonsalves making it known that some of the victims were gagged in the Idaho 4 case, which that has been a rumor for quite some time, but it has never been able to be validated until now. And I showed the transcript of the Zoom meeting that the families and Steve Gonsalves were on. So yeah. I'm going to play tonight Hunter Johnson's interview and Emily's interview. Hunter is the one who discovered the bodies, allegedly. Emily is his girlfriend, who is the person that Dylan contacted. Everybody with me so far? I'm posting on TikTok that I'm over here. Well, and that's what I said, Donna. And so I've got some homework for y'all. I want y'all to listen to these interviews and write down any inconsistencies or discrepancies that you hear. Hey, Kiki. So, for those of you who don't know, yesterday, my bank account got hacked for over $1,600. It has been one day. It's just been one thing after another lately. So yeah, yesterday I went to get gas and my card declined, and somebody had charged over $1,600 to my account for all kinds of shit. Walgreens, CVS, um, Lyft. I didn't even know what that was. Walmart.com. I mean, just all kinds of shit. Apple, you name it. They charged it. So, yeah, an entire shopping spree. So it takes 5 to 10 business days for them to conclude their investigation and give me my money back. And tomorrow is Lindley's birthday, and next week is Thanksgiving. So, if you appreciate the content, the entertainment, the information, tips are very much appreciated tonight. Very, very much appreciated. Even more so than usual. Yeah, nurse, yeah, I know. Of all days, that's what I said.
Karma spins a story from your actions. Tracking every deed, karma spins a story from your action.
Hey, babe. All right, so the first video that I'm going to show. Yeah, Kiki, this is just a freaking fiasco of all times for it to happen. Yeah, they're not questioning it either as far as on my end. They just have to do their investigation and everything, and then they'll give me the money back. But it always takes 7 to 10 business days. And it'll be even longer than that because of Thanksgiving being next week and it being a holiday. So it's just a pain in the ass. With tomorrow being Lindley's birthday and the birthday party, and then Thanksgiving being next week. It's just a very unfortunate time for it to happen, for sure. All right, so the first one I'm playing is Hunter's. Hunter Johnson is the person who allegedly found the bodies. Here we go. This one is 16 minutes long. Thankfully, mine doesn't have anything at all to do like that. Mine's just, well, there are a bunch of Apple charges, but I think they figured those out. And then there was a bunch to like the PlayStation Network. Just bullshit stuff.
So what's your first name? And what's your middle initial name? And what's a good phone number for you? And what's a good address for you?
So you do not live at the
I
house,
was,
right?
no.
Okay. So what do you got for me? What do you know?
It was like right around noon, just before then, and
Now, before we get into this, let me say this. This is from the day that the bodies were found. The day that the bodies were found is when this interview was conducted. So keep that in mind.
called my girlfriend that she thought something was not right in her house, and she heard and saw a man in their house last night, and she wanted us to come over to like make sure everything was okay, because they just locked themselves in I think is what they said. And so I was the first one to get over there. I left pretty quickly because I just wanted to make sure, and I got over there and I walked up the stairs, and I immediately went into Xana's room, which was the only room I went into. I went up the stairs, saw them. Were pretty uncontrollably crying and didn't know what was going on.
Sure.
And I told them to get out of the house and call the cops. And I went to the kitchen and grabbed a knife from the drawer because I didn't know if someone was still in the house or not. And I grabbed the knife. It's probably still on the little table they have in the living room area.
Downstairs.
Like in the middle, like where the kitchen level, that level.
There's like a little area there.
Yeah, there's an area, and
Okay.
I put the knife there after, but I grabbed the knife and I went into the room and I checked like the closet and everything to make sure there was no one in there, and it didn't seem like anyone was in there. And then I
Okay.
and I and shoot, I'm forgetting the other guy's name. Sorry, this is just a lot. What's his name? That's his name. They all came into the house. They were coming up the stairs, and I told them, get out. They do not want to come in. They need to get out. And that's when you guys roughly showed up around the scene, was when I told them to get out.
Get out. Okay.
And then one of the policemen came, and I showed him where I saw them, and he just said, stay where you're at. And I said, okay. And I didn't know if there were any more people upstairs, so I didn't go up there.
Okay.
The cops came as soon as.
What did you go to this party last night?
No.
Okay.
I was talking with Ethan. I have texts from him most of the night. We were talking because he wanted me to come, and I didn't really want to walk all the way over there. Yeah,
The text messages, were they just through Messenger or they through?
just normal message, iMessage or whatever.
You got your phone on you?
No, I didn't go grab it though.
Where is it? Is it
It's just in there.
I'll do that in just a sec. So how do you know Ethan?
I met him during Rush in college. It's where you like try to go into a house.
Is Ethan part of a fraternity?
Ethan's-
He is. Okay.
Yeah. And I met him there and during Rush, and I've known him ever since the fall of last year.
Are you in a fraternity now?
I'm a grad student. I don't live in the house anymore, but I was in.
Okay. Is that what they call whatever it was?
Or that's a sorority.
That's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know any of these names.
It's totally okay.
Okay.
That part pisses me off when that detective starts laughing when he says he doesn't know their names. So MCAT, this is redacted. So parts of what they're saying, you're not going to be able to hear because they redacted it for whatever stupid ass reason. Oh, thank you very much to the person who sent me a Cash App. It is very, 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 very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Hunter Johnson. For those of you who are just coming in, Hunter Johnson. This is the boyfriend of Emily Alant, who was the friend that Dylan contacted to come over and check the house. And this is her boyfriend. He is the one who allegedly found the bodies. And I was asking that y'all please pay very close attention to what he says, because I'm going to play Emily's interview next so that you can hear the discrepancies in what they say. No, not Dylan's boyfriend. This is Emily's boyfriend. Dylan called Emily to come over to check the house. Her boyfriend, who is this guy that we're listening to, Hunter, came over first and went upstairs with Dylan and Bethany. He's the one who found Xana. Oh, shit. Let me rewind it so y'all can listen to it again.
So what's your first name? What's your middle initial name? And what's a good phone number for you? And what's a good address for you? Okay. So you do not live at the house, right?
No.
Okay. So what do you got for me? What do you know?
It was like right around noon, maybe just before then, and called my girlfriend that she thought something was not right in her house, and she heard and saw a man in their house last night, and she wanted us to come over to like make sure everything was okay, because they just locked themselves in I think is what they said. And so I was the first one to get over there. I left pretty quickly because I just wanted to make sure, and I got over there and walked up the stairs, and I immediately went into Xana's room, which was the only room I went into. I went up the stairs, saw them. Were pretty uncontrollably crying and didn't know what was going on.
Sure.
And I told them to get out of the house and call the cops. And I went to the kitchen and grabbed a knife from the drawer because I didn't know if someone was still in the house or not. And I grabbed the knife. It's probably still on the little table they have in the living room area.
Downstairs.
Like in the middle, like where the kitchen level, that level.
There's like a little area there.
Yeah,
So
there's an area, and
okay.
I put the knife there after, but I grabbed the knife and I went into the room and I checked like the closet and everything to make sure there was no one in there, and it didn't seem like anyone was in there. And then I
This is so aggravating that they've got all this redacted.
Okay.
and I and the other guy's name. Sorry, this is just a lot. What's his name? That's his name. They all came into the house. They were coming up the stairs, and I told them, get out. They do not want to come in. They need to get out. And that's when you guys roughly showed up around the scene, was when I told them to get out.
Yeah, okay.
And then one of the policemen came, and I showed him where I saw them, and he just said, stay where you're at. And I said, okay. And I didn't know if there were any more people upstairs. I didn't go up there.
Okay.
The cops came as soon as.
What, did you go to this party last night?
No.
Okay.
I was talking with Ethan. I have a text from him most of the night. We were talking because he wanted me to come, and I didn't really want to walk all the way over there. Yeah,
The text messages, were they just through Messenger or they through?
just normal message, iMessage or whatever.
You got your phone on you?
No, I didn't go grab it though.
Where is it? Is it
It's just in there.
I'll do that in just a sec. So how do you know Ethan?
I met him during Rush in college. It's where you like try to go into a house.
Is Ethan part of a
Yeah,
fraternity?
he's
He is. Okay.
Yeah. And I met him there and during Rush, and I've known him ever since the fall of last year.
Are you in a fraternity now?
I'm a grad student. I don't live in the house anymore, but I was in.
Okay. Is that what they call whatever it was?
Or that's a sorority.
That's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know any of these names.
It's totally okay.
Okay. So, your girlfriend,
Yep.
right? So she gets a call from around noonish.
Yep.
Basically says that there was somebody in the house. She tells you, so you head over to the place.
Yeah, it was on speakerphone, so me all heard it, and
Okay.
we all kind of got up and we're gonna go check on him.
The same sorority? Is that how they know each other?
Yeah, they're also roommates.
Okay. And where's, is he
He's
Jason's?
in a he's in a fraternity, but he is like seeing right now. So
Okay.
he was just staying. He stayed the night over at their apartment. I stayed there, and she stayed there. So I was in her room, and he was in her room.
Okay. What time? So, I'm trying to figure out who's who now. Did not go to the party last night, right?
No,
That was the one I'm thinking of. There was another vowel name there that I was getting up. Okay, so you and Aaron go to the party.
no.
You guys just hang out.
Yeah, they
Okay.
go over there.
Okay. And then other than you walked up the stairs
When I walked into the house and like entered the code to get into the house, they were in, which is on the very bottom
Bottom
floor,
floor.
like right next to the main
To the front,
entrance.
right?
Yeah. And they heard me come in and they like were like, oh my god, and I was like, it's just what's going on.
Okay.
And that's when I walked upstairs and they're like, we don't know what's going on. And I checked it out and
how did you get the code to the door?
we just know it because we're all friends.
Okay. When was the last time that you were over at?
The last time before today was yesterday.
Okay. And what were you doing over there yesterday?
We were pre-gaming the football game for the families.
Gotcha. Was that there?
No, she was at work at the football game.
What time did you get to? And you guys left at game time to Kessie?
What time did we get there?
Yeah.
I would say it was roughly either noon or 1.
Okay.
Like somewhere around there.
Then what time did you guys leave?
We left their house and went to a different apartment at the Whites at, I would say roughly like 2:30.
Okay.
And then everyone left and there was no one there.
Okay.
We all left together.
So last time you were there was 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time I was there?
The night before.
Okay.
Like the night before yesterday.
So that would be what, Friday night?
Yes, Friday night.
Okay. So you walk in the door, and are in the bedroom down the first floor.
Yep.
Obviously, they're kind of freaked out. You see them.
Mm-hmm.
You head upstairs,
Yep.
hit that open area with the kitchen and all that stuff is.
Yeah, like where the couches are, I walk in and then I look into Xana's room because the door was like somewhat open.
Okay.
And then I like opened it and then I saw that and I told them to get out and call the cops.
Okay.
Because it seemed because I didn't know what I was seeing, like in like the.
It's ridiculous that all of this is redacted.
And then I told them to
Get out.
get out.
Right. Anybody that you know that has it out or has a problem with even Ethan and Xana? How long have they been dating? Do you know? Has it been a minute?
Yeah, they've been dating for a little bit.
Okay.
I want to say they've been dating. They were dating for like, I would say 8 months.
Okay.
Probably.
No problem with Xana's ex or with
Mm-mm.
Ethan have an ex?
He did, but she doesn't go here.
Okay, so they're not anymore. Okay.
I don't know anyone who would have it out for them.
How well did you know Xana and, or not Xana, sorry, Maddie and Kaylee?
I knew Xana very well just because we were all friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all friends together and I've been friends with Xana for a long time. Maddie, I like could be acquaintances with. I didn't really like know her that well. I just saw her at her house every once in a while. I would say hi and have conversations with her.
Okay.
But I didn't really know her super well. Like I knew Ethan and Xana.
Right.
And then Kylie, I didn't know really at all.
Okay. You weren't around seeing anything, that's no big deal. And nothing on social media, nothing's been posted, nothing going on around there.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab my phone, not my phone, my camera.
Mm-hmm.
If I you can have your phone, so I can
Okay.
grab some pictures of those.
We could present it for.
Those two. I'll be right there.
Okay. This was the last text from yesterday. He sent this picture to me, and then I just asked if you guys are still up. And he said, "Yep, where you at?"
Okay.
This was
Can I go back a little bit?
sure.
You go with that? That's the afternoon. So that's him trying to get you to go to the
This
party, or is that him getting you to
this
the
part right here was to go to the pregame at Santa in their house.
Gotcha.
This was the pregame, and then this was I was asking about that party that night.
Right. Okay, and I'm just gonna grab,
And get his contact info.
yeah. Okay. Anything else you can think of? Anything that maybe talking about over the last couple of weeks that maybe you brought them or?
No, I can't think of anything, honestly.
Okay. Who else? I don't know anybody out there, so it's kind of weird for me to say, hey, I'll just take the next number, certainly number 4 now, whatever it is. It's
Mhm.
kind of gay. Who else out there should I talk to sooner than others that I can get maybe them on their way and go to their,
You already talked to, right? I'm pretty sure someone already talked to
I think
her.
so.
And then already talked to.
I talked to Dylan.
There's the or Ethan's twins.
Okay. And what was the other one? So we got 2. Okay.
Didn't go into the house.
Okay.
I don't think he would be much help, but you could talk to him if you wanted. Also didn't go into the house really. Like I told them to get out as soon as they got in. Was walking up the stairs, but I told her to get out. I'm the only one that I know saw anything.
Okay.
Like at least
Right.
I don't think them saw it because they were too scared to like go check it out.
Okay. Okay. And I will see if I can talk to them. Or both.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Obviously, if there's anything that comes up, pops up, with it's kind of an event like this that's traumatic, a lot of times things will just kind of get tossed around or whatever. So if something pops up later on down the road, obviously give us a call, give us a shout. Regardless of what it is, sometimes you'll just be staring at some french fries and something will come back in.
Okay.
Or obviously if you hear something pops up on social media, then call the department and let us know.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else I need to know?
I don't think so.
Okay, that was Hunter's interview. And then this is Emily's. And hers is 25 minutes. But before I show you that, you heard how Hunter just said he didn't know Kylie. But look at this. This is
I'm one of the people. You guys were going to noise last night, sounds like. Bring you guys around the party last night. You weren't here last night. Last night we didn't do anything. Is there Elena Shepherd that lives here? Who's Elena Shepherd? The person that was born for the noise last night. Yeah. Okay. Well, one thing I will tell you is we didn't do anything last night. No worries. Neighbors are calling in again saying the music's good.
Sorry, you can always call us later and ask in case it gets turned in here. Their business line.
Sweet. Thank you.
You bet.
This is the house.
No one's coming to the door.
You want to sit right back here. You knock at the front door and open it. All right, be right back. Yeah, thanks,
Did you see who that was that just went inside the door? That's Hunter. Now watch.
Yeah, I took one look at that speaker. I said,
You got a lot of guys trying to argue private property access.
the way I've always done it, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was the way I did it there. Find one responsible, have everyone else hold them accountable. If I got to come back here, they're getting the ticket. Because then it's on them to nip everyone else in the butt.
Yeah, and if they don't come out, we just contact landlords. Or we come back the next day or the next time you work.
Yeah.
And just note that lack of cooperation does not go a long ways with us.
Yeah.
Stairs to the back deck. Interesting.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know, over here.
And I assume noise.
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
Big speaker right there.
Yeah.
Nothing against having a party. Once neighbors start calling in, they have an issue.
Fair.
You go to school?
Yeah.
Okay. What year?
Senior.
Senior. Okay. So I'll tell you the same thing I told them. You probably know the drill.
Okay, so this is one who just sat down is literally the one who was just interviewed, who said he doesn't know her and called her the wrong name. He called her Kylie. I like doing this over here better because I can actually show the videos and show y'all what I'm talking about. It's easier. That is Hunter who just sat down. Yes. And he just told the police that he didn't know Kylie, who is Kaylee, and who is standing directly beside him.
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. So usually, at least for me, I'll give you a verbal warning.
Okay.
Once I have neighbors calling in, you're just too loud, you're disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
Nothing against having parties, nothing against having people over who are overage to drink.
Mhm.
But again, once we start disturbing the neighbors, then we've got an issue.
Yeah.
Always ticket is up to 300.
Yeah, somewhere around 300, 400
It's a
bucks.
pretty expensive ticket. I don't want to give that to you. That being said, this is your place, so I'm going to hold you responsible.
They get it more
This is your
expensive the
place,
later
you're
it
also
gets.
responsible for everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
We already warned
Yeah.
them too, so
and if I do have to come back here, $300 some dollar tickets.
Okay.
And only gets more expensive. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely.
Actually, what's the phone number for you? Is this 1122 here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd much rather you spend that $300 on beer or something fun than
Yeah.
a noise
Yeah.
ticket, right?
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. That being said, warnings, don't do it again.
Yep.
I'd hate to come back in a few hours and then have to issue it. So,
Yeah.
any questions for me?
No.
All right. Have a great rest of your day.
take care.
Yes, Dylan is a female. All right, this is Emily's interview. Now, again, Emily is who Dylan called. Emily was Xana's best friend, and Emily is Hunter's girlfriend, who was just sitting outside with Kaylee, who said he didn't know her. This was also done the same day as the bodies were found.
Recorded. Okay, red light's on. Can you state your name for me?
My name
Okay, make sure I get spelling correct. Okay. Okay, his first name, correct?
Yep.
What's your middle? What's your date of birth?
2001.
Good phone number for you. Okay, do you have, that's your phone right there, right? Real quick, before we get into that, what's your relationship to the victims?
Sarah is my best friend.
Okay.
Ethan is her boyfriend, who's also one of my best friends. And Maddie Moken and Kaylee are great friends to all of us too, because they live with them.
Are you were they all in a sorority?
Yeah, we were all, me and Xana are not anymore.
Okay. What about Ethan?
And Mogan's not in it anymore.
Okay.
Ethan is in, along with his brother who's here. And his sister.
I'll get you some tissues if you need them, okay? You sure? Yeah. Okay. Let me know if you need something, all right? Again, this is not,
Okay, before I get that started, let me remind everybody again that this channel is not monetized. So the only way that I have of earning any income from these channels is if the people who are watching send tips and donations, and that information is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's also scrolling across the screen. As most of you know already, tips and donations are very, very much appreciated right now. Even more so than usual, because my bank account was hacked yesterday, and somebody went on a shopping spree for over $1,600. So if you enjoy the entertainment, the information, appreciate the time and effort that I put into bringing this information to you, tips and donations are very much appreciated.
if you need a minute, take a minute, okay? Okay, so at the end of all this, we're gonna seize your phone as evidence, okay? Just understand that this is a procedure for us, okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're looking at you or anything like that. It's just, this really helps us kind of narrow it down, okay? So is that an iPhone?
Yes.
What model is it?
I think it's the 11.
You can take all this.
It should be. Yeah, I think it's 11.
Okay, does it have a passcode on it?
It does.
What's your passcode? Okay, so your social media, what kind of social media do you have?
Hey, Kelly.
So why don't we just kind of start with yesterday? Did you go to a football game or anything?
I was at the game working.
Okay. Why don't you start with kind of about the time you left the football game, like got everything wrapped up,
Okay.
just best as you can recall, just kind of walk me through the rest of your evening, okay?
After the football, well, I got to leave early. I left probably 5 minutes after halftime, and I walked home from the dome. I went and said hello to all of my other friends in a different apartment, right next to where I live.
Where do you live? Gotcha. Okay.
And I was there for maybe an hour, two.
Okay.
And I went home, and it was about 8:30, and me and
So when did you get to your apartment?
8:30 p.m.
8:30,
Well, after visiting my friends.
Yes, you went and saw your friends, and then you got to your apartment about 8:30.
And none of them were there.
Okay.
It's about 8:30, and who are all here.
Thank you, Kelly.
And there's two here.
I don't know, Delta. It makes no sense. It's so aggravating.
We all slept. We all went to bed at
Okay.
like super early at 8:30. We were gonna go to the lodge party, but we just didn't go.
To what party?
There was a lodge party. We didn't make it there. I know that this morning I saw Snapchats of Xana and them there, so I know that they were there.
What can you kind of tell me? What is a lodge party?
A lodge party is it's just like they host, and they have their house is all apartment styles, and then there's a big center, and that's just their lodge. So they just have people come over to the lodge. Pretty
Okay.
much. That's it.
It's just a party.
It's just
Okay. No special significance to it.
No.
Okay. Okay. So you guys slept. What time did you wake up?
1:30 a.m.
Okay. Okay.
We woke up at 1:30 a.m. We stayed up at our own apartment, just doing nothing. We were watching TV probably till like 3, and then just woke up, and we all hung out for another hour, and then we all went back to bed.
Nothing out of the ordinary between that time you guys are awake?
No.
Nothing at all? No phone calls, text messages, nothing like that? Okay. So after you guys went back to bed, what time did you wake up?
Susan.
This morning,
Yeah.
10:30 a.m.
10:30.
probably around that time.
Okay. What did you guys do the rest of the morning after you?
So called me. I can't recall the time. I could look.
Okay.
You want me to look?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. Called me at 11:51
Okay.
and said, she is my little, so she called and said that last night around 4 a.m. she heard and saw a man, and she and were locked in their room sleeping, and they woke up, and she wanted me to come over and check the house because she was too scared.
So her, you said, I'm sorry,
Yes.
we're locked in the room.
And I was like, okay, I'll
Right.
come over.
And that was 11:51. You said,
Yes.
okay. So they saw and heard a man. Did they?
They saw a man last night around 4 a.m. She saw Kaylee scream and go up the stairs, and
So this is.
mhm.
So she saw a man, and then heard Kaylee scream.
Kaylee scream and run up the stairs because she lives upstairs. Kaylee does.
And ran upstairs. Okay.
ran into and locked themselves in it. And then, she was screaming their names, and she didn't hear anything. So a while later, she came back out to check, and I guess the man was standing right there staring at her.
Okay, so let me kind of just back up just a hair here, okay?
Okay.
So she said that she saw Kaylee run upstairs, and then Kaylee was screaming for
No, it's just screaming.
just screaming.
Screaming that she said that there's a man here, there's someone in the house. type
Okay,
thing.
that kind of stuff. And this is all right around 4 a.m. -ish?
Yeah.
Okay, and then go ahead.
And she opened the door a while later to check, and I guess the man was staring at her, and she didn't know what to do, and the man didn't do anything to her, and just so she went back into the room, and she heard the side back door close, so she thought that they were gone, so they went to sleep
Okay.
and called me in the morning to come check out the house.
Said that it was a side door she heard open, like a
Yeah,
sliding
it's
glass door.
it's on the second floor. It's in the kitchen. It's a sliding door
Sliding.
out the back.
Okay. Then they went back to bed. Did she say why she didn't think to call anybody when it was going on?
I didn't ask her that, but I was just talking to her, and I was like, "Well, do you know what he looked blah all this stuff?" And she said that she almost didn't want to believe it because she said, A, I was a little drunk. B, I didn't think anything of it because your brain just doesn't make sense of that because why would it?
Right.
And then I was like, well, do you know, she said that he had some mask on, or you could only see, it was like it goes over here
Mhm.
and over here, and she could really only see his eyes and nose. Yeah, that's all she said about him.
So then once she called you, then what happened?
She just said, come over, check it out. I was like, okay, I'll be right there. Went over there immediately. I went to the bathroom and we walked over there, and I went upstairs because she said Dana and Ethan were not waking up. And I was up there, and he grabbed me and told me that I didn't want to see it. And so I never went in there. And then the police arrived.
So you were just down? Were you downstairs?
I went upstairs. They were all outside. I went upstairs. Hunter was in their room.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came out and said that he really didn't want to see it. So,
Did you? So actually went in.
yes.
Did you see anything? I mean, when you were walking in there, did you see anything that would have seemed out of the ordinary to you?
Well, they didn't do anything last night, except for the night before they threw a big party. So it was like a mess.
Okay.
But it's always a mess when they throw a party.
That would have been Friday night.
Yes, because it was their formals.
On Friday?
Yes. So, but Santa and Mogan and Kaylee, they're not all in the sorority, neither am I.
Mm-hmm.
But they hosted it for and
Okay.
like the pregame before.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing, there was a knife on the floor, right? Immediately when I walked in,
So explain to me.
which I mean, that could be normal, but you walk in, you go up the stairs right here, and then it's the living room. You go down this hallway and it's Santa's room. There was a knife right there on the floor.
Like in front of their room?
In front of, just at the top of the stairs,
Top of the stairs.
which I don't know why there would be.
What kind of knife? Do you remember?
Like a steak knife. Can I cancel this?
Yes, go ahead. Anything else besides the house being a mess?
No, I didn't really go in further. I just saw the living room. There's, I don't know, the solo cups were on the ground instead of on the table,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know, they could have been knocked off by something, but
So once did you stay on scene until the officers arrived? Okay. You stay outside?
Yep.
Then you guys, I'm assuming, just came here?
Yep.
Did you make any stops in between here and there?
we went to my apartment,
You did?
all of us as a group, to get sweatpants and change of clothes
Okay.
for the other girls that
Okay.
could not go back in.
I see. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm assuming you've talked to folks, or who have you told that what's going on?
So he can't, I don't know. And my mother is flying back. She moved to recently, so she's flying back. I sent them a text and said, I don't know if you saw the van alert, but I'm safe with the police officers, but I didn't tell them anything. I don't think that they've seen it yet, so.
Okay. I mean, this may seem like a weird question, it may not, but who would do something like this?
I couldn't even imagine. I would say absolutely no one. Zana's the most loved person on this campus, so.
Okay.
don't
What's Zana's background? I mean, like, what is she? Is she on any sports teams? On the, I mean, like, what's her involvement on campus?
She did, let's see, what is it called? For business, she's part of that group.
Like BPA kind of a deal, or?
It's, I can't remember what it's called. It's Vandal something, for business. She's a part of that team.
You don't have to remember the name. It's
Yeah, but that's about her only involvement.
And she's correct?
She was. Me and her are both not anymore.
So has there been any amongst the four of them? Was there anyone that they were having a beef with? Was there any sort of rivalries or stalking behavior or anything that you can think of that someone even just kind of like, yeah, it's weird. I saw this guy, or had a confrontation at the bar, anything like that you can think of that they have told you?
No, we only really ever hang out with each other.
Okay. So nothing, nobody you can think of, huh? So Ethan's in. Do you know if they have anything going on with any other fraternities? Did they have did he recently break up with someone or recently get a girlfriend or anything like that?
He's been with Santa for a while now.
A long time.
No, and we consecutive like our friend group, at least that we have, we're friends with all of the fraternities, so those boys get along with all of our other fraternity friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing you can think of, huh? Did you said you mentioned that they were out at the lodge party? That was after the football game, right? Do you know if they went anywhere else?
I don't know. I was sleeping. I just saw when I woke up in the middle of the night that they were still at the lodge, around like 1:30.
Okay.
So.
And that was all four of them, correct?
I just saw a picture or video of Xana, but that would absolutely imply that Ethan was there with her.
Okay. And you said that was around 1-ish in the
Yeah,
morning?
and I did not see or hear from Kaylee or Mogan the entire night.
Okay.
Maddie Mogan.
And you saw that video was on Snapchat?
Yeah. I can't remember who put it on their story, but
Okay. Is there anything else you can think of that you want us to know about? Want to tell us?
no, I just can't imagine it. I don't think that there's anything
I'm with you.
that I've ever heard from them recently.
Okay. So going forward, if you want to send your folks a text real quick let them know that we're going to be taking your phone, so that way they don't try to call you in a panic. Just let them know that Moscow PD is going to have your phone. And just so you know, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Okay. We're just going to be looking for stuff that might give us an insight into who would have done this. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to put this on airplane. I'm going to take down your serial number here too. Sure, if I can find one on here. Of course, I put them in here. So I'll make sure I detail this as good as I can. All right. So. Okay. That's kind of one case.
Thank you very much to the two of you who sent cash out.
So in the meantime, obviously, you can
much.
still log on to your social media on a computer or something. Just do us a favor and obviously hold off from posting anything about this on not that you would, but we want to try to keep the notifications that we have to make through the
Do you know
proper
who
channels.
sent out the whole message to the entire university?
I have no idea. That's something that campus, that's their deal. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something we're actually required by law. If there's a threat to campus, it's part of like the whole Title IX and all that stuff. We have to alert folks. So,
Have you guys contacted
Who's-
her father?
no, I don't think so. That's why we want to keep
He's in
people.
Pullman in town. He lives in Arizona, but it's her sister's
Parents weekend.
parents' weekend, so he's here.
Okay.
And they were supposed to have breakfast, so I don't know. Yeah. She's probably pretty mad that she's not answering.
Okay. That's usually when something like this happens.
Yeah.
As soon as we get an identification on who the victim is,
Yeah.
we try to send uniformed officers to go find them and tell them. We don't do it over the phone unless it's absolutely necessary. That's one of the reasons I ask folks to just hold off posting anything, because the last thing we want is for people to find out on social media, right?
Mhm.
Not that they should ever find out about something like this, but we want to make sure that it's done
Okay.
as proper as we can possibly make it. Okay.
Yep.
So you're welcome to stay here with your friends while we interview the rest of them. Might not be a bad idea. The campus is going to have a lot of resources for you guys. Okay.
Okay, that's pretty much it at first. And I want to say this, Susan, I believe that she's telling the truth too. Out of all the interviews that we've listened to, I believe the most of what she's saying. I think that she is telling exactly what she thinks happened and what was told to her. The other ones, I can't wrap my brain around. But now that we know that Steve Gonsalves in a private chat, a private Zoom meeting with all of the other families and the judge, said that some of the victims were gagged. It puts an entirely different spin on this. entirely different spin. No, Ladybug, I mean gagged as in something keeping them from speaking. The victims. I don't know if y'all heard me or not, but thank you very much to the two people who sent cash apps. I very much appreciate it. I don't know why they were gagged, but they were, according to Steve Gonsalves. Hang on, I'll show you. This is a private hearing that was held in May with the families and the judge after that Dateline special where the information was released that wasn't supposed to be. And this is this part right here. Steve Gonsalves says, the facts are that we don't have to have this gag order. That's the facts. We do not have to have a gag order. I think it's disgusting that we are even saying the word gag when some of the victims were gagged. I think it's disgusting that we are asked to hide what happened to our children. I don't agree with it. And the judge says, I don't care if you agree with it or not, sir. I also don't have to have a trial if I can't seat a jury. They can't, Bobby. Yeah, exactly, Pam. Exactly. Tell me how much any of this makes any sense. It doesn't at all. At freaking all. And the more stuff that comes out, the less sense it makes. It's honestly infuriating. And it's infuriating because the police think that people are this stupid. Susan, I didn't find this out until tonight. We didn't know this information until tonight. And absolutely none of it makes any sense. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. I am about to fall asleep. I'm so tired. And tomorrow is Lindley's birthday party. So I'm gonna get off of here and try to get some rest because we're leaving about 10. To get there and get everything decorated and everything. So thank you everybody for being here tonight. Thank you to the to both of you who sent donations. You have no idea how much that helps with everything that's going on with my bank. I appreciate y'all more than you know, and I will see y'all at some point tomorrow. Night, y'all.